everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Professional. My name is Ryan Abramski. I'm the Business Development Director for EasyLiving. We're a home care and care management agency serving the Tampa Bay area for over 20 years. Each week, we try to do a different professional in the industry and different professionals in the area to explain about what their services provide and how we work with different professionals in the area for our clients. And even if it's something that we don't offer, we can always make sure our clients are taken care of. So this week, I have two special guests. I have from the law offices of Dennis J. Szafran. I have Christine, the Business Development Director, and I have Dennis, who is the attorney. So thank you guys. Welcome to Ask a Professional. I appreciate you guys being on here today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Dennis, tell us a little about yourself and your firm.
Sure. I'm a Navy veteran. I always like to start with that. Let everybody know we take care of our vets.
Awesome.
Started the firm about 4 years ago. Our initial focus was on estate planning and probate. Still major practices for us. So everything from your basic will and advanced directives to complex trusts and different types of planning we can handle, ensuring that your estate stays out of probate. On the probate side, we do a fairly large number of cases, probably about 60 to 70 per month at this point. Probate is basically the court process where we're taking assets from a loved one that passed away, transferring it out of the decedent's name into the beneficiary's name. So we handle quite a few of those cases. Again, everything from the basic case through to litigated probate cases. We also handle numerous guardianship cases. Guardianship is where you have somebody, most of our cases are dealing with someone who's incapacitated, they can't make their own decisions. And we need somebody to step in through the court process to care for them, make their financial and medical decisions. Again, we deal with basic cases and litigated cases for that as well. We have litigation teams on staff for that. Christine handles she's our in-house expert for both Medicaid asset protection and VA in attendance planning. So we're starting to pick up on that as well. We do have real estate attorneys on staff that handle everything from quiet title actions to foreclosure defense, evictions, both on landlord and tenant side. And we now have a bankruptcy department as well, because obviously, with the downturn in the market, there are going to be quite a few bankruptcies, so we can definitely help people out in that area as well. Absolutely. Did I miss anything, Christine?
No, I think we got it.
I think we got it all.
So, Christine, explain a little bit more about what Dennis said about your portion that you're handling over there. What does that mean?
So obviously it's business development. I'm outside marketing, but my expertise is in veterans benefits, aid in attendance, the pensions, the disability cases. I see it from the start of the wonderful paperwork to the very end. It's a long process, and so many people don't realize what type of benefits that they can be entitled to, or they get discouraged along the way of filing the paperwork. The Medicaid side, obviously it's setting up personal service contracts, doing trust administration, whether it's qualified income trust, it's preserving assets that we can, and seeing the application from the start all the way to the finish and making sure we set the family up or the representative up in the best possible way throughout the process.
Awesome. Right. So as far as like the guardianship portion that you guys do, explain that a little more, because I know that it's on the home care side, we occasionally get involved in that. So where do you guys kind of come in during the guardianship process, or is it the guardian that hires you guys, or how does that whole thing work?
It depends on the situation. So okay. Most of our cases, we have family members coming to us. Mom or dad, they don't have a power of attorney in place. They don't have a healthcare surrogate. Those documents, in case you're unaware of what they do, the power of attorney allows someone to make financial decisions for you. That's done while you still have the ability to make your own decisions. And similarly, the healthcare surrogate is for the healthcare decisions if you were to become incapacitated. So clients come to us, their loved one does not have those documents in place. So now we need to start a court proceeding to initiate the guardianship case to get them appointed as guardian over mom or dad. Mm-hmm. The court process If they are incapacitated, there will be an examining committee that goes out to examine them to determine if they are truly incapacitated. Once the determination is made, then the court goes through the process. We have the hearing, and then the guardian is appointed. Obviously, a greatly shortened version of what actually happens. But so a lot of times we get the family members. Other times we do get facilities or caretakers that come to us saying that the person has no family. So the caretaker or the facility does hire us to get involved to facilitate the guardianship process. In situations like that, where there's no family local to them, we get professionals involved, professional guardians to step in and aid with their care. And obviously they have to go through their own process to be vetted, but the court does look to them as professionals that have been vetted already by the state so that they can be appointed by the court to act as that person's guardian. Obviously, we want to avoid a lot of these situations. And as I was saying, the power of attorney and healthcare surrogate are excellent ways to avoid these situations early on. Nobody wants to think about it, but it is, with everything going on right now, it's very important to pre-plan so that things like this don't happen, because obviously guardianships are not cheap.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, like, it basically sounds like just get your ducks in a row early instead of having to go through that whole process. So.
Right. And the same thing with estate planning in general for the probate side. I mean, if someone has a home, just a lot of people say we don't need a trust because we're not millionaires. Well, it's not about being a millionaire. Quite simply, if you have a house, even if there's a mortgage on it and you pass away and that house is in your name when you die, it has to go through probate. We're one of the more reasonable firms out there, but we've heard quotes coming for $5,000 to $7,000 just to get that house transferred.
Oh my gosh.
Where, okay, you don't want to spend $2,000 or whatever it costs on a trust, depending on the complexity of it. There's another form called a ladybird deed that we can do. You add beneficiaries to the deed, $350, $400, it keeps it out of probate. Simple little things that we can put in place for, a wide range of, of people from every economic status.
Yeah, and dealing with the elderly population that we do on the home care and care management side, we hear these horror stories far too often. Whether it is dealing with property or some kind of finances, or the number one thing I think we deal with is the power of attorney situation for an elderly loved one, and especially when they're starting to have these cognitive-based issues, and the family's like, please, before it gets too bad, let us, sign us over some power so we can make sure to set everything up and make sure you're getting taken care of, instead of having to go through that long process like you mentioned about the guardianship route. Yeah,
exactly.
So, all right. So what areas you guys serve? So I know you guys are in the Tampa area, but where's your extent to your service area?
We're basically covering the entire state.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, especially with probate kind of opened us up to the entire state. We were virtual long before COVID ever hit, meeting probably 3 to 5% of our probate clients, because everybody is scattered throughout the state, throughout the country. Their loved ones come here, pass away here. COVID hit, it kind of expanded for us with the estate planning. So the estate planning basically throughout the state. And with everything going on, that snowballed to basically all of our practice areas are throughout the state. Even guardianship, we can practice. We've done plenty of cases in areas that are, just we wouldn't want to drive to, because all the hearings are virtual. They allow us to appear by phone or by Zoom. So it makes life a lot easier for us with that. It makes their clients' life a lot easier too.
And it's
opened up the remote online notary, which is making things a whole lot easier as well.
Oh yeah.
There are some good things that came out of this pandemic, so, and that's the fact that, we finally have been forced to use technology in all facets of life now that have been existing there. But, I think everyone was just slow to migrate to them, but it's obviously from what you guys are saying, it's been a success. And, we've heard from other people too, that how much it's opened up their ability to serve their clients on a faster and larger scale needs. So,
yeah. And with the elderly clients, obviously, some of them don't understand Zoom or things like that. They need assistance, which we can provide to them, getting them set up with that. And for our estate planning clients, if we have, or even any of our clients that need documents signed, and these elderly clients, they don't use email. We send it out priority, get it to them quickly, get it returned, and kind of expedite the process to kind of help them facilitate what they need to get done.
Exactly. Get it done either way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll put the contact information for them for their offices. Obviously, as attorneys, they can't call you. You have to call them, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, but we'll put all their contact information in the comments section below. You can always reach out to us at Easy Living, and we'll definitely make sure you get in contact with their office. Thank you, Dennis, and thank you, Christine, for joining me. I really appreciate the time. And I thank you, everyone else, for joining in and tuning in today. And we'll hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Ryan.